this time with sound. The Bitcoin halving rocket launches in 22 days, 19 hours, 15 minutes, and 50 seconds. Where will you be when the Bitcoin halving launches? Hold on just a second. Got to get some tweets out. Adding the link to the end of the tweets right now. Of course, it doesn't produce the link until you start the show. That's part of the new convenience. Sure, I could click on about 10 or 20 more things to produce the link before the show starts. But this way is much more fun. As the title of this show says, we're going to plan a Bitcoin halving party today. That means everything that a party needs. Invitations, guests, a date and a time, which of course is going to be difficult because the Bitcoin halving is always moving. DJ Booth and the Great Bitcoinal website have it down for May 9th right now, so that would be an early halving on the 9th. Other websites are sticking with May the 12th, which is, of course, a day that I like. But we're going to check it out here on this morning's Thomas Hunt Show. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and a share. We're up in the chat. We've got the likes going on YouTube. We're on the Facebook. We're on the Twitters. We're on all the things. But let's get started the way that we always get started, at least on Thomas Hunt shows and Bitcoin talk shows, with a little Charles Bukowski. Not to worry. He sits there, big in his chair, contented. And he tells me he walked out on a wife and 2 kids, changed his name, started all over again. His new woman brings us fresh bottles of beer. She's pregnant. They've already named the baby Nero. Dear Pa and Ma, my father liked Edgar Allan Poe, and my mother liked the Saturday Evening Post. She died first, the priest waving smoking incense above her casket, and my father followed a year or so later. In that purple velvet coffin, his face looked like ice painted yellow. My father never liked what I wrote. People don't want to read this sort of thing. Yes, Henry, said my mother, people like to read things that make them happy. They were my earliest literary critics, and they were both right. I read that one. I'm running out of poems to read. Some of them are just completely inappropriate for you guys. I'll let you expose yourselves to that. Oh, that's just not appropriate. Okay, this is Charles Bukowski getting us in trouble. This is called A Beginning. When women stop carrying mirrors with them every place they go, maybe then they can talk to me about liberation. Ooh, dark, cold. Wow, that's a long one. I'm not going to read that one to you guys. You won't make it. Sparks. Oh, that was a good one. We read that. I like that one. Anyway, we've got big books. We've got Charles Bukowski, and we're planning a halving party. But let's go ahead and get started with what's been going on in Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin is up 1.7. It's actually down 1.73% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 7,109, a high of 7,309, and a low of 7,056. Volume is down a little, with only 5,076 Bitcoins traded in the last 24 hours, as it is a Sunday. Margin longs continue to lead the way, 66% of the market going that direction. And according to Bitcoinal.com, the halving will be on May 9th at 9:40 p.m., 3,283 blocks away. Top stories in Bitcoin today. Bitcoin fighting to close week above 7,200 price resistance level. It doesn't look like it right now. Bitcoin price surged within a few dollars reach of 7,300 before cooling off near the $7,100 support, meaning traders will be keeping a close eye on today's weekly close. We also talked about this yesterday. $166 billion asset manager Renaissance eyes Bitcoin futures for flagship fund. More good news for Bitcoin. UK crypto cop. Law enforcement must understand Bitcoin. After sentencing a man who sold drugs on the dark web, police officer Phil Aris offers lessons from policing crypto crime for 4 years. Interesting stuff over at Cointelegraph. Coronavirus cases worldwide, 2,363,557 infected, 162,113 dead. But this is a special show to plan the Bitcoin halving. Shout out to Chris M in the chat. He wants one more price dip before the halving. We'll see if we can get that for him. But first, let's go ahead and start planning our Bitcoin halving party. Well, obviously, the location we should have it is right here, right? World Crypto Network. It's very clean. It's online. You can't contract the virus by watching YouTube, as far as I know. So that's a good place to have the party. The date, this is where it gets a little fuzzy. So right now, we can't really confirm when the halving's going to be. We look at the halving rocket. They say May the 12th, 11:23 GMT. So we're going to have time zone issues. We're going to have to figure that out. As well as these guys say May the 12th, 11:25 UTC, which might be the same as GMT. But we're going to have to figure out all our time zones. Meanwhile, over at the Bitcoinal, DJ Booth has moved it up to May the 9th. So right now, let's go with date to be announced. Let's say May 9th through 13th, approximately. And let's say, when will we start? Let's start maybe 2 hours before the estimated halving. That will give us a chance to kind of gather some people, do some more last minute inviting on Twitter, that kind of thing. What kind of guests should we have? What kind of events? I like when people tell stories. I like old clips from the World Crypto Network, especially the old halving party. Definitely the guests, we need you. And one of the other things, invite the audience. It's good to have the audience on. People tell their Bitcoin story, or give us like a halving message, like on the shows, or like in a wedding where they're like, oh, just want to say to the bride and groom, really excited about this halving. I think it's going to be great. You look great. She looks great. It's fantastic. Peace out. Something like that. We could do little clips like that with the audience. That'd be fun. People could join in. You can also give us a call right now if you want to join us on the halving party chat. Let's see. I don't have the note, but I got the graphics. All right, you can call now at, I'll put this in the chat, 1-518-600-1949, or Skype World Crypto Network. What are your ideas for the halving? Let us know by joining the show. Also, be sure to like and share this show. This way we'll get more viewers. More viewers means more people to contribute to our Bitcoin halving party plans. Remember, this is everyone is welcome, right? This is a wonderful halving. Like, this is a community event. This is for everybody. The block reward is going down. 12.5, no more. 6.25, yes. So let's see, guests. Let's see, invites. We need to make I'm going to invite people on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Restream, and text. I should do a special text invite. We should invite people on WhatsApp, powwow groups, Telegram, all the places. We should also invite people directly about a week before and live during the show. That's kind of what I did last time. That's kind of what I'm more comfortable doing. It's a lot easier to invite people right now. Hey, what are you doing right now? Or, hey, what are you doing in about a half an hour? Because we're still going to be here talking about this exciting halving. Right now, we don't really know what time to invite people if we were to invite them. So that's a bit of an issue. So especially if we had important guests, people that we really wanted to get here, it's better, I think, to just kind of roll with it. But by talking about this now, hopefully a couple weeks in advance, you guys know we're going to be having a halving party. It's going to be long. It should be one of those long videos that you're like, oh, they're still on. And then you check in later and you're like, oh, they're still on. So hopefully we'll do one of those nice long videos. And if it's just me, it's going to be mainly me talking to clips. I'll play a bunch of clips from the previous parties. But hopefully we'll be able to get some people to join us live. Let's also go ahead and start work on our halving party invitation. I've worked up a special view here. You guys can see my Photoshop screen in a second here with a little less stuff. And let me know, what should we put on our halving party invitation? JSE's got a good suggestion. He says the party should start at a certain block height. That's a good idea. I'm going to copy and paste that into our suggestion file here. There we go. Party should start at a certain block height. So go ahead and, if you want to, try to estimate that out. We're looking to start like two hours, something like that, before the halving, which, again, we can tighten this up as we get closer. But let's go ahead and start with our invitation, which is what we're going to put out today on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter or Telegram, WhatsApp, all the powwow groups. So Bitcoin halving party. Halvening. Okay, so the party is going to be the halvening. They've got to have that. We'll put halving on there for all you halving traditionalists, but us old timers prefer to call it the halving party. That just seems more Bitcoiny to make up a word. May 9th, let's see. Can I do a curly? It looks kind of weird. Let's see. Approximately. Silent Lamb says this is a strictly Bitcoin event. Shitcoiners are not welcome. Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, we can say that there's a dress code. That'll keep them out. Approximately May 9th through 13th, about 2 hours before the halving. Let's put Bitcoin in again, in case they get confused. Okay, approximately. So that's going to be our time information. Now we're going to work on location. World Crypto Network. No one ever got sick from YouTube. Okay, that might not make the final cut, but we got to keep the humor, got to keep it light. Okay, so it's the Bitcoin halving party. What kind of images should we put on this incredible graphic? Of course, we are fair users. We are people that use Creative Commons, and we use the internet, and we if we make a mistake, we apologize to the artist and so on and so forth. But yeah, we're going to gather some fun images from the internet to make a collage, which is kind of like a new work. So it's debatable whether it's fair use and all that, but other people can fight that out. We'll wait for the lawyers. But let's see. We're browsing right now. I'm looking at Bitcoin images. What are you guys looking at? What do you think we should add to the graphic? Remember, we have the power of Photoshop, so we can make most anything happen here. Here's like a Bitcoin logo. That gets us going. Let's get some World Crypto Network logo going in there. Let's see. Again, I'm just Googling it. Hey, there it is. That worked. Oh, that's a nice one. Let's see. Can we get that bigger? No. Okay. Remember, you always have to click on Open Image in New Tab if you're on the Google. They don't like it if you just open things anymore. So there's a cool World Crypto Network image. That might be a nice backdrop. And again, yeah, we might not get the highest quality, blah, 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 but we're not really going to print these. These are more like, you know, if it looks good on the screen, it looks good enough. My photoshopping is always kind of like good enough photoshopping. Towers Comics agrees with me. He says, remix culture is new work and therefore fair use. So we should be fine. But we'll have to see. It's a really wow, that's strange. They changed the that's really weird. They changed the image selector thing. My Photoshop's very old. It's not supposed to have any changes, so that's strange if that happens. But it looks like it's still selecting an image layer behind this. We're just going to stop that for now. Let's get some more graphics in here, some more images. Let's say Dorian Satoshi. He's pretty popular. Let's see if we can get a nice Dorian image. There's one where he's covering up his driver's license, poor guy. There's a smiley face one. Here's one with Andreas. Kind of like that one. Dorian Nakamoto. Did he create Bitcoin? Oh, there's the one where he's going out to get his free lunch. Both Dorian and Andreas look like they're been kidnapped here. They look like hostages. That's not a good picture. Let's see. I'm not finding the right Dorian image. I wish I could. How do I get the one from my Twitter background? I like that one. Let's see. And again, I'm sure this is exciting for you guys, but this is how Photoshop happens. Here's my browser window, all the inside scoop. I want this image. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, it got a nice big one. Oh, that looks good. Let's go back. Browser, you can see everything. It's all looping. Here we go. Okay, so we got this cool Dorian Satoshi image. It's got some hodl knot in the background. Cool. Mad Bitcoin's hat. Of course, I like that. It kind of looks like a Van Gogh, kind of the flat room feeling. So we got that. It suggested in the chat they want some keys. Let me see. Do you want digital keys? Do you want like house keys? These are large skeleton keys. These look nice. Let's see. Tolerance is 30. It's doing this weird plus thing. It usually does a magic wand, so I'm kind of thrown off by that. I use a very old version of Photoshop because I don't want anything to change, and I'm tired of things changing in Photoshops. Oh, that's funny. Those keys are gone. So we'll have to work on that. But there's some keys. Maybe we'll find some better, easier to use keys. And let me check for digital keys too. They say house keys on top of digis. Okay, let's see. Oh, and then something being halved. That's an interesting idea. I don't know what we'll do for that. How about a big hunk of cheese? Something like that. I don't know. We got to think of visual things that are halvinged. Here's some other keys. These look easy to work with. I'm not sure what's happened to my magic wand selector. Oh, here it goes. It was called Quick Selection Tool that I've never used. I'm back to magic wand, and I can Photoshop again. Well, not that, but you get the idea. There's some keys. Look at that magic wand work. I learned that in high school. And there's some more keys. These ones have lots of spaces in them. I'll try to pick all the spaces, but you know, not a professional Photoshopper here. Kind of going to crank this out. Not really that worried if I miss a few pixels here and there, but there we go. There's some nice keys. That's very nice. Yeah, that's it. Click W, use the other option. That's what happened. I was in the wrong mode. I'm very comfortable with magic wand, but not much else. Let's see. Digital keys, house keys, cheese. They say, speaking of Trace, what's happened with Trace? I don't know. I think it's really strange. I don't think we should be punishing people forever if they, try out an altcoin. I famously, I let Andy Hoffman keep talking about his goofy Bitcoin rhodium for, I guess, far too long. But I thought it would be a lesson that we could all learn from. Kind of that, everyone falls for an altcoin sometimes. And Andy's, I don't even know if Bitcoin rhodium ever came out. I mean, I don't think that looks like that looks like some cheese cut in half. Let me see if that helps us. So yeah, maybe Trace has true love for Mimblewimble, right? Let's go down this. So, best case scenario, he just loves privacy coins and he thinks Mimblewimble's awesome. And he made a mistake at that conference, kind of speaking to those people, and they got all upset about him liking Mimblewimble. Worst case scenario, Trace owns a bunch of Mimblewimble, doesn't have any other money, and needs the Mimblewimble to like make him more money. I think that's very unlikely. I think Trace did very well off of Bitcoin and other things and so on and so forth. So I don't know that he's really out of money. But he did show up that conference. Very strange, handing out those flyers, talking to those people about Mimblewimble. And then he disappeared from Twitter. He's completely gone. He hasn't tweeted in forever since the event. So that's very strange. And I don't know why he felt he had to do that. I mean, people were mad at him, but people are mad at me all the time, and I just keep tweeting. So, yeah, I don't know about that. But again, Trace would be welcome. Maybe we should put Trace on there. Oh, damn, I have that. I think it's on another computer, but I have an image of Trace where I put him on the Scream, like the monk painting, and that would be fun to have and to just toss on here. Let's look for some more fun things to put in our graphic. Remember, we want this to be very interesting, so that people will click on it and they'll like laugh and they'll be like, I want to go to a fun halving party that has cheese and stuff. So I'm looking for Bitcoin people now on the Googles. There's a Bitcoin.com, Bitcoin Cash people. They love to get in our stuff, those guys. Oh, there's the graphic from everyone is getting hilariously rich except for you. That was a moment. What an article that was. That was the like, oh crap, you should sell article, and we didn't sell. But yeah, everyone was getting rich but you. It kind of whites out the cat. Let's see if we can bring the cat. No. All right, F the cat. Cat's gone. It's a mystery now. And we don't need that. All right, so I found us some Bitcoin people to go to our Bitcoin halving party. They're like original OG Bitcoin people. So there we go. That's from the We Use Coins video. Maybe these guys? I like these guys, the Life on Bitcoin people. Although they did do exactly what I said they were going to do. They took a bunch of money and they never released their movie. Although they did release it a little bit. I got to see it at a special screening at the Internet Archive. Oops. Sorry, that keeps happening. I got to see it at a special screening of the Internet Archive, and it was cool. These people, they were newlyweds, early Bitcoin, like 13, 14, early for me. And he decided that they should try to live on Bitcoin for like a week during their honeymoon or something. And yeah, it didn't go that well. There was a lot of like begging gas stations to let them buy gas in this strange Bitcoin. And of course, if anyone had managed to hold on to their Bitcoin from this video, it would be worth tons of money, right? It would be amazing. But, they probably all lost it and such. But it was a cool movie. It's called Life on Bitcoin. I think they were trying to get, onto Apple, iTunes, and all the kind of movie services and that kind of thing. And I don't know that it ever happened. They're kind of like me. They don't have agents or lawyers or any kind of fancy thing. They're just people that liked Bitcoin that wanted to make a movie about it. So they did. And they collected a lot of money and they made a movie, and not enough people got to see it. So it's too bad. I was critical of them back in the day because people gave them lots of money and I didn't think they were going to do anything, and then they didn't. And Mad Bitcoins did lots of videos. So I was very much like, we should support Mad Bitcoins instead. But that's fine. Mad Bitcoin's got plenty of support in his own way. Oh, where'd you go, Elon? I was going to put you on there. Come on. I can't just put unadulterated Elon. Shout out to Jeremy in the chat. How's it going, Jeremy? Says we need a Bitcoin Tiger King show, a reality show following crazy Bitcoiners. Well, remember my friend Jeremy tried to do one and even did at least a first episode of one. Jeremy Gardner, famous kind of Bitcoiner guy, into Ethereum, into helped found Augur, did a bunch of stuff. But yeah, he was in Miami. And, Jeremy has a swinging life in Miami. And, yeah, he wanted it to be a reality show. And they made a couple episodes and that kind of thing. And I don't know that it really got picked up or anything. But let's see. That's not quite as useful as it could be. Give me that one more chance. No, we're not going to put a big blunt on Elon. We like Elon. I'm going to put Bitcoins over his eyes, though. that's the kind of Photoshop work that I do. But yeah, if you guys can think of something you want me to add to the to our collage here that we're making, that's kind of nice. Just the slammer over his face. Jeremy says it's not crazy enough. We need tigers. Okay, so after this, we're going to start Google searching Tiger King and get some tigers in there because, yeah, obviously people love tigers right now. We want to deliver what people love. There we go. Kind of a little angle. It's not quite zooming the way I want it to. Stupid Photoshop, like always, changes its mind on how to behave. It's doing that. There we go. No. Oh, well, whatever. Zoom all windows. No, not resize windows. Okay, there we go. Not resize windows. Okay, so I'm going to flatten this out. Remember, Photoshop has layers. Layers is probably one of the best things about Photoshop as an old person. Let's see. I don't want that. Gone. Good enough. Okay, so it's starting to get pretty good in here. It's starting to get like I'm getting that kind of Bitcoin halving party graphic feeling from this. Of course, we're nowhere near complete. Oh, this one's gonna be it's gonna be frustrating. And again, what I do is I just try to pick as much of this stuff as I can, and then I just erase a little bit and do the best I can. And there's probably better tools for this in the new Photoshop and blah, 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 blah. But I have the old Photoshop, and I'm not getting the new Photoshop. So, and that's really worked for me. So you'd be surprised. That actually looks pretty good, even without a lot of cleaning. I wish I could play music while we hang out. But that's not a possibility on YouTube. They'll take the video, they'll mute it, they'll take the ad rights, all like $2 or 30 cents or whatever. But Carol Baskin, he wants Carol Baskin to come to the party. Dude, there's this rap about Carol Baskin. I didn't memorize it, but I wish I did. It was like, Carol Baskin can't convince me that it didn't happen. She murdered her husband. She whacked him. Something like that. It was really good. I love the way the guy was breaking up the syllables in the lines. It was a cool rap. It was kind of broken. Like, all right, let's get some tigers. We are Googling tigers. Of course, a tiger on a white background would be the best. There's the classic Tiger King picture, but it's kind of boring, I guess. I don't know. It's so classic now. It's beyond iconic, I think. We noticed you're blocking ads. I'll bet you did. That was funny. I remember years ago thinking that they should be doing what they're doing now with the ad blockers. And I was wondering why they weren't. And then now they are. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. They caught up. So let's see. Tiger King. There we go. Done and done. And maybe this guy gets Bitcoin eyes or something. No, maybe he just gets like a logo. There we go. That kind of looks like a... Yeah, that's good enough for government work. All right, flatten, slam that in there. Yeah, I know. That's exactly right, Towers Comics. We need ad blockers. And like people are going to make them. Like our hacker people are out there right now and they're like, do you like ad block? What about ad block? And then, of course, they're going to ad block and all that. Oh, cool. There's like another one in there. Ooh, that could be cool. I'm going to keep that one too. All right. So we're starting to get a good amount of layers here. Flavio's not allowed to come. Who's Flavio's? Let's see. I'm getting text messages. You can also text us at those numbers, or you can Skype us. I could read what you say. But also we have the chat, so the chat's the chat. Let's see. Flavio's Brick Oven and Bar. I know you guys are looking at this. You're like, how are you ever going to make an invitation out of all that? And why did you put Flavio's in there? I don't know. Oh, that worked pretty good. That was fast. I hate to show you guys all my Photoshop skills. I feel like I'm that kid that used to scribble, and they're like, "Oh, you have to draw. You know, coloring is all one direction or something," and I would just try to fill it in. But that seems to work pretty well with Photoshop, right? I'm actually rewarded. And then the digitalness helps hide a lot of mistakes that I would make. So let's see. Underneath all of this, we had Bitcoin halving party. So let's get that up here. No one's going to be able to see it if it looks like that. I'm a big fan of these effects. I'm sure they have nicer new ones. Outer glow, that's helping a lot. Bevel and a boss, maybe too much today. Some color. Oh, we might do some color later, or a gradient. But for right now, let's just get that bigger. And then obviously, like, no one's going to go to a party that doesn't have a curved invitation. So we have to get into where are those crazy settings for the curved invitations. Let's see. So we come into here, we get the text. Ah, there it is. Looks like a curve. Oh, yeah, that's too much curve. So let's get that back. Oh, look at that. It looks like a logo. Done, 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 done. Just bigger. Let's see. Man, the collageness behind me. I know it's a jumbled mess, but it's getting good. Jeremy says we should invite Roger Veer. I'm so surprised when I Google him, the first image is not the middle finger. You guys need to do better. I'm not impressed. Who's in charge of Google bombing Roger Veer? Get on it. Nah, he's probably famous enough you can't get the middle finger to be his first image. He's beyond that. He's transcendent. So let's see. That's too much. It's kind of okay though. Let's see. That kind of works. Except, what's this weird stuff around his hand? Did I do that already? Let's see. Another great thing about Photoshop, it's changing all my panels, but somewhere in here there's a great history button. Let's see, window history. There it is. See, it was supposed to be right there. And history lets you go back. Like, maybe I got rid of his knuckles there, so let's get those back. Yeah, it looks like I probably did. All right. So there's Roger. He's in this now. We'll put him down here. Maybe he'll be like just a little head something. Yeah, see, that caught the too much. So the tolerance up here is how much stuff it catches. And so we set the tolerance back there. We go. All right, here we go. We're working on Roger in the edge here. Let's see. Get some Raj action. There we go. That's funny. That's already in the background. That's like the cheese or something. Try the lasso tool. Yeah, I can lasso tool if I need to. But I don't mind just picking off parts of it with the magic wand. And I know they made like a newer magic wand and I'm supposed to be all impressed. But I'm not. I'm not going to subscribe to Adobe, blah, 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 blah. I'm keeping my subscription money. This Photoshop is good enough, is what I say. Good enough Photoshop. So maybe just a little bit more there. A little of that. And there we go. We got a decent enough Roger to join our collage. So let's see. Bitcoin halving party is important. Location. We need to get that glowing too. And we can also work with these fonts. These are just the default fonts that came up. They look pretty nice though. No one ever got sick from YouTube. Okay, well that's got to go because we don't even want to mention this fucking nightmare thing. So there we go. Location, World Crypto Network. That could be bigger. Roger's above everyone right now. No, background to Roger. So yeah, Photoshop. It's all about layers for me, man. I love layers. I can do anything with layers. So there's our location, and needs to glow too. I suppose this is a really thrilling podcast. Imagine someone describing something that they're photoshopping. I guess it's not very good. Let's see, about 2 hours before May 9th. Let's 13th seems too long. Let's try the around May 12th. May 12th, let's see, 2020. Let's see, put that in parentheses, make it smaller. About 2 hours before the Bitcoin halving. So I'm going to make that smaller. Maybe even fits on one line if it becomes smaller. And we take the word Bitcoin out. Now that's smaller. Good, good. Jeremy says I can't own software anymore. It's all subscriptions. And that's exactly why I keep this version of Photoshop. This was, as far as I know, the last and greatest version of Photoshop that you could still own. Now you have to subscribe to Photoshop. And I'm just not willing. I guess it's good. People rave about it. They say it's good. But I just use this old Photoshop. To the horror of absolute every Photoshop friend and people that I know. So yeah, it's a very much to their much dislike. Okay, let's try to clean up this background a little bit. Okay, Big Tiger, you're gonna become opaque. I'll get you in there later. Let's see, Little Man, this guy. Up some more. He can maybe be down here and smaller. And maybe we'll crop the sides off that. So let's see. We've got invitation, people we should invite. Bitcoin and friends. Okay, I know that guy. Satoshi Games. That's a good idea. And I'm writing these all down too. So let's see. They say block 629998. Okay, well, we'll try to fit that in. Blocks 998. We'll try to fit that in into the graphic towards the end here. Let's keep wrapping this up. Let's keep driving towards a graphic. Let's see. Flavio's is kind of funny, but not that funny. Tiger King, though, is covering up things. Let's see. So Bitcoin people. Oh, that's kind of nice. They just disappear. We'll fit them in down below. So a way to make these images bigger for the layers, but I don't have it right now. Let's see. Medium thumbnails. There we go. Maybe I can see where it is. Money Printer Burr Guy. That's a good one. Let's go find him. Good morning to AR in the chat. We're just doing some photoshopping for our invitation to the Bitcoin halving party that we're planning right now. Surprise, you're invited. That's right. You're invited. Bitcoin hack guy. That could be fun. Okay, let's see. This is an animated GIF. You only get one frame. Well, it's a hell of a nice frame. I'll take it. So let's see. Maybe some less of that stuff. But yeah, we'll fit him in somewhere around here. But yeah, we're working on collaging right now, combining. I need to find out where that Joe Exotic pick went. Let's see. That one. It's disappeared. It's merged into some other layer. Let's see. Oh, this is not. Oh, there it is. Okay, it got really small. It's layer 17. Cool. All right, Joe Exotic. We need just a little bit less of everything. So a little bit less of that. Some less of that. Oh, that's going to be no fun at all. Well, you can't put everybody on the graphic, Jeremy. Come on, man. We're gonna run out of room. But yeah, we'll try to get some more people. Let's see. Although once we round a corner and we get everybody shrunk back down and fitting on this screen, we are gonna have more room. Like this is a collage. Okay, so we got the tiger in there. We got the Roger in there. We've got this big cheese in there. Maybe a little bit less cheese, like this part here. Yeah, there we go. That's good, because we want you to understand that the cheese is the cutting, right? The cutting of the cheese is the halving. Oh, to invite to the party. Okay, Jeremy's got party invites. Oh, well. I mean, we can invite some of these people. I mean, I know Nick Scabo charges a lot of money to go to a convention, so that's going to be tough. Also, let's circle back towards these and let's do some live tweets after we get this image done, and we'll go ahead and invite these people live, right? Which might not be more effective, but at least I'll get it done. So, Bitcoin Wizard and Roller Coaster Guy. All right. Well, let's round this out. We're getting close to a decent looking collage. These people got to get smaller. Let's see. All right, fine. They just don't fit right now. Printer Guy. Where'd he go? 19. Layer 20. All right, so here he is. He looks pretty good right there, actually. I want to just give him a little bit more room there. All right. Let's see. Peter Schiff. Okay, well, we'll invite him, but he's not going to come. Let's see. Bitcoin Wizard. We got to get that guy. That might be a good background image to kind of, make opaque behind us. Well, that's weird. That's cropped. That's cropped too. Okay. That's really weird. There's like cropped versions of the wizard that don't include the words "our Bitcoin." That doesn't make any sense. All right, boom, got the wizard guy desktoped. On a honey badger, yeah, we can squeeze a honey badger in. I think we're rounding the. Should I close that? I think we're rounding the corner though. I think that this collage is starting to really take shape. At this point, we're kind of just adding on to something that's already great. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll do that a little anyway. That's pretty good. Maybe a little of that there. Oh yeah, Jeremy wants a rocket in here. We can do that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I like that there. Let's see. All right, let's see. This one's a animated GIF, so we're going to get a single image out of this roller coaster guy. Let's see if we get lucky. Get a nice image. Good enough. So again, yeah, Photoshop's just all about final result. Like how you get there, I don't care. So I think this is going to final result really nicely. Give him a little bit of tilt there, a little angular action, and maybe get him behind some of these guys, especially money printing guy. There we go. And this is starting to look pretty collage-y. I'm getting a good collage feeling here. Let's see. A moon. We need a moon, a honey badger, a rocket. But I think we're getting close. Don't you guys agree? Let me know in the chat. Are we getting close? Or we have too much stuff? Do we need less stuff? I think that the Bitcoin, the information is going to have to be popped out again. We're going to have to put some more graphic and some more oomph on the information parts because the collage has grown so strong. But let's cross that bridge when we come to it, right? That's no moon. It's a space station. I kind of like that. Let's see if that syncs to the background well. Oh, that's interesting. Kind of loses some of its moonness. Too much Joe Exotic in there. Put it on top of the tiger. That's kind of cool. There's like a moon in there. Which kind of rocket? Obviously one on a clear background. Something easy to steal. Borrow. Borrowing without asking. I want the Atlas rocket, of course, right? Evolution of the Atlas rocket. No, Saturn V. It's a stock to flow chart. I'm not sure how to put that in there. Oh, I love this. There's a Saturn V with a nice lady standing next to it. That would be fun. Normally, I would try to add that in somehow. Here you guys can see the browser view. Whoa, it's busy. The busy. Oh, you want to see the? There she is. She's almost as tall as a Saturn V. I don't know what that signifies. I'd like to get the Lego one. That's not quite going to fit. That looks pretty good. That looks like that might be the Lego one. Oh, it's a model. $27,000 model. Okay, we got to put this model in there. It's good. It's good Vuju. If the price of Bitcoin rose to $27,000, it would be because of this model. Obviously, we're destined to buy a $27,000 Apollo model. No, we're not buying that ever. Even the $100 Lego nonsense was too much for us. But it is cool, and it should come off of its background pretty easily, which is what we're looking for these days. So a little bit there, we're going to have to subtract. Just going to use a nice box. It's going to work nicely. Maybe a little bit more there. We're getting kind of nitpicky here. And again, yeah, I could focus in and I could Photoshop all day long and so on and so forth. But I'd rather just make a nice collage that's fun and not worry so much about the exact details. So there's our big rocket. Looking for a place for it. It's kind of cool. Maybe it needs to be smaller. Kind of like it's launching out of Elon's head, right? Because he's a rocket man. And you can see the green pieces of paper from the money machine. I think it's coming together. Let's see. Honey Badger. All right. Which Honey Badger do you guys like? Probably one of these monster screamy ones. Be great if they made a Honey Badger on a white background. That would work out for me. All right, let's go back to the Photoshop screen here, and there's Photoshop. It's getting done. You guys want to see even a bigger version? There you go, slightly bigger. Oh, this is some weird image. Try this one. Whoa, that's exciting. Behind the scenes there. That really got to the inside. All right, so max res default Honey Badger growing up. Here we go. So, don't need these. Computer's really starting to hum. Photoshop, Open Broadcaster, a million images in Chrome. Try to get some of this memory back. All right, less Chrome images. Okay, so this isn't going to work that well. So I like to do nice lines, just kind of get some space in there. Maybe this stuff we could just get out of here, save us some trouble. More of that scribbling that they taught me not to do in school. But it seems to work out pretty good. Go a little tight on there. It's his fault for having a white head, right? That's not helping anybody. There we go. Riveting audio and viewing, no doubt. We are cleaning up the top half of the honey badger so that he can be included in our collage. Parts of it are starting to have that you drew over this with a line feeling, but that's going to go away when I slam him on the top of everything else. You're not going to see that. You're going to be like, ah, yeah, that's a little boxy, but I can see why. He did it in like 5 minutes. All right, so let's save that. Not that I'll remember to come back to it, but whatever. And there's our honey badger sneaking in here, giving us the growl. All right, let's go back to chat. They want an alpaca, a QR code. No Satoshi 1 million address. No one ever donates. The badger needs a gold chain, diamonds. Honey badger is humble. Oh, he's just hiding out there in the middle there. Yeah, they can't say it. Elon spaceship would be better. Corona taught him to trust the model. They say maybe Carpellus cat. Let's get a Google out for Carpellus cat. See if that's a cat. Wow, there really is pictures of it. It's sad. He passed away. Mark's cat. I mean, Mark cost a lot of money and stuff and all that thing, but I'm sure he was a nice cat. So I have located the image of the cat. I'm going to put it in there. But you guys are the only ones who are going to get it. Everyone else is going to be, why did you put that cat in there? Oh, it's coming down weird. Oh, there we go. JPEG. Cool. Scene 1 main. Oh, that's interesting. That's exciting. Browser 2. Oh, the cat. Oh, that's where Carpellus cat went. Drag and dropping failures. The fun of live television, right? So here we go. Cat into Photoshop, not into Open Broadcaster. Ha 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 ha. Well, we don't want Mark to feel sad. This is just this is a celebration. This is a celebration of Mark Carpellus's cat. This is something that we've overcome as a community. We no longer keep our cold storage underneath his cat. So that's been good for us. Let's see. All right, should have done this beforehand. Light Night. Yeah, the Satoshi Games guys, we should get them to chat with us. It'd be neat to get some kind of a graphic in here to show their cool games. Yeah, let's see. So you guys been listening to any good music lately? I've been listening to garbage. Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, pop music. Well, pop music from like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So not that makes it better, but there you go. All right, so we got Carpella's cat in here in the background. There we go. What is that? That's something else. Oh, that's the honey badger. Okay, it's getting a little crowded. Oh, we're going to have to circle back and work on the words now, I think. Maybe some lightning. And again, lightning, I can use that overlay trick. So that's fun. I can sneak it in. Oh, this is good lightning. I think I've used this lightning before. Let's see. Jeremy says he's been listening to synthwave. I know a friend of mine was way into that kind of like 80s, like that movie Driver or something like that. What's the movie with Ryan Gosling? He's a driver in Hollywood or something. That was cool. AR, no, I haven't watched Electric Dreams yet. I think you mentioned it, that it's based on Philip K. Dick stories. So it should be really cool and a nice way to get more people into PKD and his stuff, although he's obviously killing it these days, despite being dead. But there we go. This dude, the lightning in the background, I think, really is bringing this up. Let me see what else we can do here. Okay, World Crypto Network. Let me bring that up a little bit, make it a little bigger so that it covers the sides. Note that tiger eye in there. That's key. That's a big part of this. Bitcoin halving party. Okay, let's start on that. Okay, so that was the right here, right now font. Let's remember that for later. I've been using that a lot. It's nice. But of course, this could be anything. So not Arial. Oh, maybe that OCR font. That's a pretty good font. Well, that's kind of fun. Like old timey. Okay, we're going to need some color. Bitcoin orange. It's a little much. Always looks like the San Francisco Giants. And very Halloween. We got very Halloween all of a sudden. It happened fast. Yes. Well, okay, maybe not this font. Pop star doll. They included that one. Oh well, William Gibson had a story about a pop star doll. I don't know that it was. I don't know that it was in a PK Dick story as well, but that wouldn't surprise me that they'd be similar. Actually, I kind of like that goofy 70s font. That's kind of nice. That 70s font. So yeah, they think the orange is too much. Let's go back to black then. And let's get rid of the stroke. Go. That's not bad. A little bigger. I can live with that. Let's see. It's a little much. Nah, fine. Black is good enough. All right. Let's see. This one needs to stand out more. Gonna give it some more effects. silver into orange, I think. Question mark. It's getting pretty close, I think. Sunshine. A lot of these bring out too much of the 70s font. I'm going to have to change that 70s font maybe. I don't know. The black is working for me, though. Okay, so Cooper. Let's give Cooper a try on these other ones. Cooper. I guess it's called Copper. Yeah, there we go. Hey, that's actually nice. You know what that really needs is that needs its own little box, though. This is box material. So I create a new layer, and I'm going to draw a box where I want a box. And then I'm going to give it some color. Just start out with white, I guess. Where's my... Oh, no, it's all changing. G came out as gradient, not as paint bucket tool. Okay, that's great. Okay, so there's my box. Cool. My zoom's all weird. I don't know why that happened. All right, so this box probably be a little opaque. Probably be more like gray. For those of you just joining us, we're working on invitations for the Bitcoin halving party. We're also working on guest lists who we should be inviting, fun ideas for the show. Obviously, it's going to be a show, you know, World Crypto Network. So there's your update. You've missed most of the really good collaging. As you can see, we've really collaged this up with the help of the chat. A lot of these ideas, there's just a little bit of Mark Karpelis' cat in there. There's a bit of the honey badger in there, the roller coaster guy, rocket ship. The moon is in the background, the R Bitcoin guy. So we have a lot, but we're kind of doing final touches here. I think we're getting pretty close to being, you know, just saying, hey, it's a collage. So let's see, maybe try to get this guy in better, but he doesn't really. That's actually pretty good. There we go. I can see his face now. And then work on this a little bit. I need smaller tools. Mainly we just want this to have kind of a more pointed edge than it has right now, as people might actually look at this part. So that's good enough for me. That little edge there. Okay, then we're just down to location at the bottom isn't quite popping well. So let's change the font. Oh, and then probably the best part of this is that we're gonna invite people together on Twitter. You guys get to help because that's what this graphic is for. Is this graphic gets people excited about going to the event because they're gonna be like, wow, all that stuff and me. That's right, all that stuff and you. Okay, I'm thinking this is all right. Maybe if I move the bottom line up a little bit. Maybe the box up a little bit. Box a little smaller. Poor Roger's mouth. Grab the box and the location together. That didn't work. All right, man. That's a Halvening party right there. That's what that is. Let's save it before everything crashes. Jeremy says a mask over Roger's mouth. I could do that. Oops. I need just a mask. Typing. Let's see. Got to get the right one for his face. Where does this image go to? Ha ha ha. Oops. Some little details. It's like, I wish I didn't touch that. Once you touch it, it's like, oh, I have to fix the rest of it. And no one's really going to see this. But once you touch it, you have to fix the rest of it. So, okay, so there we go. We fixed Roger. Let's go ahead and fix Elon while we're here. That's a little side issue. Nah, that kind of covers up his Elon-ness. I want people to know that it's him. I mean, I could fix this guy here, but I think one mask is enough. Let's not go overboard. And plus, we're just this way. We're just masking Fun Roger, who I'm sure would get a kick out of it. Not. All right. So let's see little adjustments there. Okay. Good. Oh, Jennifer lost a job on an ICO. She wouldn't stop clowning on Ver, but it was worth it. There you go. Can we check out a coin called Epic Cash? I'm sure it's dumb. Sorry. No, we're not into new coins that no one's heard of. We like Bitcoin. All right, so I think this is it. I think this is our Halving party graphic. I think we're almost done with today's action. Let's save. Oh, before we crash. Okay, we're getting very close to crash. Everybody hold up. Okay, it was a beach ball. So save Halving party. It's not going to let me save it because it's already in there. But Nirvana, baby. Oh, well, we'll do some more. We can Photoshop some other stuff if you guys like. We could do it other versions. But let's get this as a PNG so we can work with it. All right, cool. We've got our Halving party invitation. Let's see. We'll start with the World Crypto Network, sending out some invites here. Oh, it did it so fast. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm an old Photoshopper. I learned long ago. It's just one of my many skills. Let's see now. Where the heck did that thing go to? Saving files. Let's see. Okay, so save as WCN graphics new. In the Dropbox. Oh, that's a surprise. Let's try saving this out to the desktop where I really work from. PNG done. I use Corel Draw. I used to use that. It was on Linux. I used to use Corel Linux. Ho, ho, ho. That was fun. Now it's on the desktop. I can find it. Cool. All right. Let's work on some text for this halving party. I want to go into this uncocked, right? So let's start out with maybe just a general audience. Dear Bitcoin friends, the world crypto net is having a Bitcoin on or about. Got wrecked. Oh, just buy Bitcoin, man. Buy Bitcoin and hold it, and keep working your day job. Get a day job. It's not that bad. Just work. Dear Bitcoin friends, the World Crypto Network is having a Bitcoin halving party on or about May 12th, 2020. About 2 hours before the scheduled block. Hope you'll join us. Altcoins. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can always find a bottom somewhere. The top 10 is always good. Everyone likes the top 10. Ethereum and EOS and Stellar. I don't know. Stellar went down so bad. I don't know if I can even talk about it anymore. A lot of these are just so down from their original heights. You have to wonder if they ever had value to begin with. So we'll see. Let's see. Dear Bitcoin friends, the World Crypto Network is having a Bitcoin halving party on or about May 12th, 2020, about 2 hours before the scheduled block. I hope you'll join us. Like an RT. Add people to this thread to invite them to the party. Okay, cool. And then we're going to need... Whoa, where'd it go? All right, we need another tweet. Oh, come on, Twitter. Why can't I have another tweet? Thank you. Cool. We've got that guy. We've got this. All right. Let's see. Let's just tag people in here, right? I don't want to edit the media. I want to tag people. Okay, here we go. World Crypto Net. I know that guy. Click. Done. Ben. Me. Dan. Josh. Boy, this thing knows everything. Sure, let's tag DJ Booth, creator of Tallycoin. Crypto Raptor. Cannot be clicked. That's weird. I like the way it's scrolling. Let's see. It like scrolls. Oh, Trace, dude. We got to invite Trace. I don't know. I wish this thing was scrolling properly. I don't know why the weird Twitter box thing. Okay, we got Max. Wait for it. So you scroll, then it moves randomly. Is everyone else noticing this? You guys have used Twitter before? Does this happen to you? Stupid Twitter. Maybe it's too big. Let's see. Make it smaller. It's got to be it. They didn't size the windows right. Okay, Crypto Raptor, unconfiscatable. Sure, why not? Mandrick. This guy used to sell baklava for Bitcoin, and now I think he's retired. He's my hero. Let's see. It says I can't search people. Here we go. Max Kaiser. Max Kaiser can't be tagged in photos. Isn't there? There's a new Max Kaiser. Maybe real Max Kaiser. Oh, this one can be tagged in photos. Oh, I like him better. All right, Stacy. Yeah, this must be her. Everyone with the BRR thing. Okay, I clicked on her, but I don't know what happened. It looked like it disappeared. Are we worried about fungibility? No, we're not. We're going to solve these problems. Let's see. I don't know what happens. I think we tagged enough people. I don't know if we can tag more people, but we're going to hopefully do more of these graphics and more of these things. Do you guys want to be included? I'll do a special tweet. All right, let's see. Where is everybody? I'll put your Twitter handles in the chat, and I'll copy and paste the Twitter handles. So, but we're going to have to stall for like a couple minutes while I wait for you guys to put your handles in. So, all right, so here we go. While we're stalling, let's bring up the graphics. I can't see Open Broadcaster. There it is, and there I am. Okay, so here's your big book day. Looks like I got a big camera as well. Let me fix the camera first, then show you the book. So here we go. Camera got really big. Part of this I figured out is when I use Zoom. When I use Zoom, it resizes my cameras in Open Broadcaster. That's neat, huh? Figured out new things every day. All trial and error. It's always trial and error. Today's big book is Net of Being by Alex Gray. This is kind of a coffee table book of Alex Gray art. You've probably seen some of this before. He's a big Burning Man guy. I got to meet him out there at Burning Man, and I got to saw him paint some of his art live out on the playa. It's really neat. I have these great pictures of his paint brushes and the giant Tupperware boxes full of paint that he brought with him to the desert to paint this kind of work. Alex Gray, big geometrical artist, draws lines on things, grids beforehand. Here's a timely celebration, a bicycle day. Albert Hoffman invented or separated LSD for the first time. He was a chemist. Interesting stuff. Ooh, this is nice stuff. This looks like designs for their temple, where they're going to house all these works. I hear that it's in upstate New York. I'd love to check it out. But shout out to Alex Gray, Net of Being. This is a big book, as you can see, as big as my head. And we don't just have one book for you on Big Book Sunday. We've got two big books. This is Thing Explainer by Randall Munroe, author of the XKCD comic strip. And this is a really fun book because it has large infographics like this. This is a shape checker, and this is a padlock. So it looks like it's explaining all the different pieces of a padlock and how a padlock works. So there you go, Thing Explainer. I wish I had this book when I was a kid. I would be completely interested. Even right now, this is boxes that make clothes smell better. This is how a washer works. And this is all the details and all the parts of a washer. And one of the things about this book is that he used simple words for all of these. He didn't use any large words. So like right now it's called, on the back he's got kind of a map of the solar system, looks like space. And it's got some of the descriptions here. I'll read you. It says, star where people live in a made up story about a big pile of sand. Star that will blow up soon, probably not today. The nearest other star, still far away. And then he's describing the different parts of the sun. Part where it gets really hot again, and we're not sure why, pointing at the outside. Really hot part where all the heat comes from. So this would probably be a great book for kids. Science-minded kids, certainly. But yeah, Thing Explainer, Randall Munroe. It's a good book. It's a big book. This is Big Book Sunday. So there you go. That gave us a little chance to get your guys' Twitter handles and what have you. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy and paste everybody that I can into this thank you note, because you guys helped out. You guys had ideas on Carpellis's cat and the honey badger and the moon, and we did a lot of fun stuff this morning. I wasn't sure if it would work. I kind of thought that I kind of thought that watching Photoshop would be too boring for anyone to be interested in it, but we managed it. We watched Photoshop, we had some books, and now we're going to we're going to push the button and invite everyone to our Bitcoin halving party. I hope you guys will join us there. Again, we can't precisely time this thing. So as we get closer to it, we'll work on the timing, and let's work on inviting all those people. There are a lot of people we mentioned in the chat. I wrote their names down for later. But if you guys want to invite them, that helps too. They can realize that there's kind of a big community supporting this, and the whole community wants them to be there. And then maybe they were going to go to another halving party, but maybe they could drop by ours too, and maybe we could all work together on a halving party, although it's very hard to work together with people on the internet. Sometimes it's like herding cats, right? It's that herding cats thing. So here it is. Bang. We're going to invite everybody. Oh, BTC Moon Guy wants to be included. All right. Almost didn't get you in there, but running out of time. But here we go. We're going to invite everybody, and we're going to have a big party, and it's going to be super fun. All right. Wayne wants in there too. And you all are invited. You all need to be there. So I don't know the precise time, but we're going to try to, we'll try to do it 2 hours before. We'll try to do it 2 hours after. So there'll be a big time where everybody's time zones can work out and we can all be there. But right now, we're going to invite everybody to the show. I'm going to retweet it on Mad Bitcoins, and you guys should favorite it and retweet it on your accounts. We worked on this together. Look at that tiger. Look at those keys. Man, this graphic has everything. So thanks so much for watching. Here we are. We're going to push the button, and then we're out. So bang, tweet all. Looks like it worked. Let's make sure that it worked. There it is. Bang, Bitcoin halving party. That's important enough. We need to pin that to the top. People got to know about the Bitcoin halving party. And now we told them. So thanks so much for joining us. Give us a thumbs up and a share. Be sure to subscribe down below. And we'll be back again tomorrow. Bye-bye.